So welcome one and all to a picturesque evening here, a clear night, all the ingredients for a showcase game that the passionate crowd demands. I'm your commentator Peter Drury, and providing his unique brand of expert analysis, here's Jim Beglin.
Hi Peter, always good to work with you. I'm really looking forward to this now.
Red and black wherever you turn, the San Siro is buzzing, certainly up for this one. And already we're underway here. No, that's been intercepted. Jim, you've played in games of this nature. Who can make the difference?
Frankie de Jong is another brilliant prospect to come out of the Dutch system. He's someone I see as a real pivot in the team. His position is obviously central and deep in midfield, and he'll be providing the creative and incisive passes.
Yes, getting the best out of him will count for so much. Bale. Oh, easy pickings there. Looking for the run. That is a brilliant interception. Fair to say, I think a cautious start from both teams. And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
Pull it. Nedved. And it's De Jong. That's Vieira. And it's De Jong. Bale showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. Quarter of an hour played. Vieira. Now it's Luis Suarez.
Bale really was well marshalled there because he was denied the opportunity to turn.
Nicely weighted ball. It's played through for him. And he was quick to react.
Yeah, the crowd have tried to spark some excitement, but to no avail. This needs something explosive.
Vieira. Now it's Luis Suarez. And this is Luis Suarez. Now who's going to be first to this? Can he get it through? Bale picks it up. Good chance here! Well, that looked awkward, but he had a good crack at it.
Well, he's never the sort to doubt his own capabilities. Always fancies himself, no matter what the situation.
Plays a sharp little ball here. Well, that has not gone well. Ferdinand. Oh, well played, well sorted out. Zanetti. Nedved can so cleverly bypass the press. Pass is coming off in quick succession here. Can he get on the end of this? Yaya Toure. Messi. Pull it. Thuram. Not getting too much time on the ball here. That is good pressing. And this is Bale. Oh, that's a key interception. Luis Suarez. He's had a shot! Goal! Milan! And Milan That really is quite fabulous. All his own doing.
Yeah, and having the thrust to get there is one thing, having the composure to score is another.
So the first moment of real significance.
It's so often the case with goal scorers, little influence, and all of a sudden, bang.
And this is Hullet. He was under real chance for a shot!
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure. Brazil truly have no need to panic. They can reassess at half-time.
Whatever he had in mind, that was not it. Well, they can break here. He's got plenty of space out wide here. He can get that clear. Yaya Toure. He is a perfect combination of brain and brawn. Messi unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. Hullet. And it's De Jong. Hullet. To Bale. Nedved. Tries to play it through. Too much on it, and that is an easy claim for the keeper. And there is the half-time whistle. So a steady, solid and more than satisfactory first half. They've got the lead and that gives them something to build on after the break.
Yeah, you don't get any points for stating the obvious, Peter, but thankfully this is still very savable. Keep things simple, keep the intensity high and hope for an early goal. If that happens, it's a game changer.
That gets things going for the second half.
Brazil can really do with some bigger names standing up here. At times they didn't even look as if they knew what they were doing.
Now it's Cruyff. Bergomi gets rid without sophistication. Van der Sar sends that a long way. Great vision. Alexander-Arnold gets into... It's a mighty effort! And oh, he's got that completely wrong. Zanetti. And it's Bergomi. That's Thuram. Ferdinand is very much of the none-shall-pass school of defending. Vieira. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. And it's Bale. Nedved. And it's Vieira. Bale. Bale will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. And this is Ronaldo. And they can counter here. Always onto this. Ronaldo is onto this. Oh, brilliant save under real pressure. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. Not the most accurate pass. Well, that looks a decent ball. Bergomi gets it clear. Now it's Bale. Oh, well measured.
L'affluenza di quest'oggi è di 80.113 spettatori.
Oh, facing up to his adversary, this is a formidable matchup. Your impression so far, Jim?
Well, the time has arrived to start taking risks. They may well be happy just to level this.
There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
De Jong.
This is the time you need that pace.
Brazil needed that. They really needed it.
Well, that tackle was immense, and so was the relief. The great escape.
Yeah, he's pulled him up for that challenge.
Sostituzione per il Milan. Numero 2, numero 8, numero 4, Bale. Numero 21, Luis Suarez.
That's got him rattled.
Lasciano il campo per il numero 14. Thiago.
Size really matters, and it's time to make it matter now.
Il numero 13, il numero 15, il numero
That's just
17.
playing it safe and simple.
Attenzione, una sostituzione.
Looking for a runner. That's an excellent interception. And he's cleared it out of harm's way. He's got away. Plays it in. Tries a shot! Wayne Rooney! Only him! A finish right from the top draw. And there's the goal they've been looking for. Another moment of magic, a real wow moment.
Well, I think he was saying to his teammates, how dare you doubt me?
And very quickly, the substitute made his mark.
That's just as the manager would have seen it, an impact sub.
So that's 2 now without reply.
Well, now's the time you could afford to be more daring, Peter. It may be tempting to sit on this, but I'd say go and grab a third.
Aim forwards. Mbappe is firing after that one. Cafu does really well there, he is strong. Yaya Toure. And he has slightly undercooked that one.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
Nesta. He's not played the ball, that's a foul. And the referee has shown him a yellow card.
Well, what goes through a player's head at times like that is a mystery to me.
Roberto Baggio. Thiago. And he's picked out the run. Just the goalkeeper. Mbappe! He's been taken down and the referee has pointed at the spot. Brazil really could have done without this. The chance to pull further clear. A time for a cool head, and that is precisely what he showed.
That's a good penalty. Made the keeper commit early and set himself up for quite a comfortable finish.
Milan find a position of real strength now.
Well, their manager seems to have them always thinking about the next goal. When's the next goal coming? They're such an entertaining watch.
Corner number 2 then. Cleared without hesitation. And the shot! Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it. Now the delivery. Ferdinand can get it clear. Schneider is the distributor-in-chief, always looking for movers. Thuram calmly anticipates, threads one in. Shot at goal! He's got a goal! There was no getting to that, no getting to it at all. Expertly done.
That's expertly finished, and he's done that so often.
So is this the start of a comeback?
Il
Mbappe!
quarto uomo indica 4 minuti di recupero.
Bergomi. And the pass is intercepted. It's out for a goal kick. Milan clearly now in lead preservation mode. And that is that. In the end then, no joy. Not for the want of trying, not for the want of running. Simply they were beaten by a better team on the day. Your reflections then, Jim?
Well, there was a distinct lack of clarity or commitment in everything the players were trying to do. Looking pretty lethargic, and they were ruthlessly exploited and deserved to be.
So just time for me to say thanks to Jim for his wisdom and to wish you all a very good evening. Welcome to those who have joined us all here on a beautiful, clear evening. The conditions contributing to a fantastic atmosphere in the stands. This really is the place to be. I'm Peter Drury, and seated in the experts' hot seat is our man Jim Beglin.
Hello, Peter, and hello to everyone watching. For me, it's a real thrill to be here.
Red and black wherever you turn, the San Siro is buzzing. Certainly up for this one. If you're just joining us, we are already underway. This is the lineup we've been given. How do you read it, Jim?
Reminders of a golden era in English football, I should add, and it continues to hold its place in the modern game. Playing a second striker runs the risk of being outnumbered in midfield, of course, so with the wider pairing and fullbacks, plenty of running has to be part of their play, and of course the right service into the box.
And it is clear to see that he is not at all happy with that.
Clearly is miffed, having made the run and not get picked out.
Oh, he's put chance! Marvellous goal!
Well, they would have been looking at him to produce the goods, and that was very kind of him to oblige so early.
And that's it. That was always inevitable.
I think the defence really need to wake up here, Peter. They really shouldn't be getting caught out like that.
I doubt very much that this was in the script. A mixture of good defending and indecisive passing. No progress. Vieira. And it's Bergomi. That's Thuram. And it's Gullit. De Jong. That's Vieira. And it's Nedved. And it's made its way to him. And that's very disappointing, it has to be said.
Well, I wouldn't quite advise they should resort to risk-taking at this stage. There's plenty of time left yet.
Good defending there. They've slammed the door in the faces of the opposition. Just the goalkeeper tries a shot! Really well taken goal. Again, in a trice, and they are soaring! They forced Vieira and extracted the maximum punt. And that's it. So many thanks to Jim Beglin. That's all we have time for. Good evening to you.
Signore e signori, vi ricordiamo che potete partecipare all'iniziativa
So welcome one and all to a picturesque evening here, a clear night, all the ingredients for a showcase game that the passionate crowd demands. My name's Peter Drury, and here's my co-commentator for the game, it's Jim Beglin.
Hi everyone, and thanks Peter, it's great to be on board.
The San Siro for nigh on a century, Milan's power base, the ultimate status symbol of their glorious history. If you're just joining us, we are already underway.
Well, if you ever needed proof that Gareth Bale is a big match player, you only need to look back to that famous night in Kiev, Peter.
Oh, quite so. Brought on just after the hour, wasn't he? And within a couple of minutes, he put his team ahead spectacularly. And then he helped himself to another goal late on and put the game out of reach.
Yeah, I remember it well, Peter. I was there. I mean, the first goal was magnificent, but he got a huge slice of luck with the second. OK, he struck the ball well enough, but from that distance, you would expect the keeper to deal with it comfortably.
Bergomi. Nedved. Aim forwards. Now it's Nedved. Yaya Toure. Messi.
They need to play this quicker in transitions like this.
Cafu is in a really good position out wide. Whistle's gone, that's foul. It's not taken him long, and that's going to be a booking. What a start, free kick in a dangerous position in the opening minutes. They're taking a moment to consider their options. Bergomi getting this one clear. Oh, facing up to his adversary, this is a formidable matchup. Played back in, nicely spread. Oh, he's seen that early, used a certain sixth sense. Bale. Neither of the teams has yet taken the initiative. That's Vieira. De Jong. And it's made its way to him. And he's certainly caught him there. It's a free kick. Messi. Thuram. Gullit can be a real threat inside the box.
Well, both teams are proceeding with caution, but there's plenty of time to wait for some attacking purpose.
And it's De Jong. And it's Gullit. And here's Shevchenko. And that's an excellent interception. Roberto Carlos. Thuram cuts it out. Yaya Toure. Gullit. Nedved. Bale. Ferdinand did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. Zanetti. Milan looking to pass their way through. Messi.
They'll want to make the most of this turnover.
And here's Cristiano Ronaldo. Messi unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. Now, what about a counter-attack? De Jong. Here's Vieira. And it's De Jong. Now it's Gullit. Oh, super find. Shevchenko is on his own. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo. Messi. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Messi really struggling to influence the game.
They're just trying to negate his influence, and it looks like whatever it takes.
And it's Nedved. Great vision. And this is Shevchenko. Tries a shot! Goal! Milan! And Milan have the lead.
Well, a think it's pretty obvious, Peter, that this emphasises the importance of having willing runners who want to go behind that defence. One good ball, and they're in.
So the first goal of the game.
It's so often the case with goal scorers, little influence, and all of a sudden, bang.
Thuram.
Brazil certainly could do with a positive spell for the remainder of this half, just to set the tone for what's to come.
Milan finding their passes. And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped. Have beautifully policed that midfield. The opposition have been handcuffed.
Vieira. Good defending there. They've slammed the door in the faces of the opposition. Driving on and making good progress. De Jong just eases him off the ball. Nedved conjures time and space where few can. Oh, nice touch. Gullit. Challenged just a bit on the firm side.
Ci sarà un minuto di recupero.
Vieira. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Oh, that's fabulous. And we hit half-time. So a steady, solid and more than satisfactory first half. They've got the lead and that gives them something to build on after the break.
Well, obviously things are not good, Peter. It seems the team were just a bit too busy playing within themselves, too tentative. They have to improve and make it fast.
There's the start of the second half.
Brazil really need to bring up their intensity and rhythm a notch or two, Peter. Just looked a step too slow on everything.
Vieira. Gullit. De Jong is always scanning the pitch for targets. Oh, they could be caught out here. He's found a way past. Drilled it, shoots! And that's what you call inspired goalkeeping.
Shevchenko clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
They've played it short. Brazil have the chance to go the other way. And it's Gullit. Gullit going face-to-face with his great rival. Can he get on the end of this? No, not quite on the same wavelength. Nedved. Messi. Roberto Carlos is one whose deliveries we all know about. Roberto Carlos tries to get it clear. Down by a goal, needing to go up a gear. That's how it looks here. Gullit. And here's Bale. Neither of these two want to come off second best. Cafu. And it's Yaya Toure. Ronaldo might just make this. Thuram. Oh, and they're quick to press here, right on top of them. Threads one in. And this is Gullit. And he's being shifted off it. He really is being given no time to think on the ball now.
Well, they seem intent on marking him out of the game. They're certainly trying to wind him up in the process, Peter.
And that is as far as they're going to go. Well, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Bale. So, Jim, what are you thinking?
Brazil are not doing enough to get themselves back in the game. They're not as threatening as their opposition. It's got to change.
Van der Sar sends that a long way.
Milan have turned up with a human blockade. This is top defence.
And he's picked out the run. Gullit. Milan have themselves a corner, I think. Yes, they do.
Sostituzione per il Milan. Numero
Corner
4.
number 2 then.
Bale. Numero 8. Numero 15. Numero 6. Numero 2. Lasciano il campo per il numero 13.
And it's been taken
il
short.
24. Rooney.
Now it's Messi.
Il numero 10.
Messi's
Messi.
cross.
Il numero 17.
Roberto Carlos
Snyder.
attempts a clearance.
Il numero 14.
And now they can spring out of
Attenzione, una
defence.
sostituzione.
Now this could be a chance. The pass has gone astray. Played with speed from back to front. Thiago gets across and deals with it. Ferdinand is a man so notably robust and resolute in his defending. Just about up to 75 minutes. Ferdinand kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. Oh, he's felt that, hasn't he? I think that's offside. Yes, it is.
Brazil really might just end up kicking themselves after that. That could well have been it.
Vieira. To Thuram. Well, here's a man adored by many, even deified by some.
Whatever happens, that's the kind of movement which raises hope.
That's good play. Roberto Carlos makes the interception. That pass has been well intercepted. Vieira proves just a little bit too strong. Platini. Roberto Baggio. And it's Baggio. Passes coming off in quick succession here. Brazil are in dire need of a breakthrough. Can they?
Yeah, they're really playing in hope at this point, but hope is something you can always cling to.
Thiago. Now it's Rooney. Now it's Snyder. Well, that's been cut out, well played. Ferdinand goes direct. Now it's Ibrahimovic. Platini. It's come through and he's had a quick look inside. Cross needs terrific header. That's a half-decent try.
Ibrahimovic is clearly kicking himself here. He knew that was a great opportunity.
Messi. Rooney, who needs just a moment to score a goal. He is through here.
This usually is the time teams go into conservation mode.
Now it's Platini. Thuram pulls off an exemplary pick. And there goes the final whistle. Well, that was tense. The two parties separated by the game's only really meaningful moment. Intriguing for the neutrals, unbearable, sometimes unwatchable for those with a vested interest.
Ricordiamo a tutti i tifosi di usare
So, Jim, how do you reflect on what we've seen?
That's a fairly demoralising loss. They hardly threatened, and this was about as insipid as it comes.
And with that, it's time for me to thank Jim Beglin and to wish you a very good evening. Hello and welcome one and all. The atmosphere building very nicely here. Gorgeous, gorgeous evening. The skies are clear, the noise is fervent, the atmosphere frenetic. Well, I'm Peter Drury and I'm joined in the commentary box by the familiar figure of Jim Beglin.
Hello, Peter, and hello to everyone watching. For me, it's a real thrill to be here.
Red and black wherever you turn, the San Siro is buzzing. Certainly up for this one. The action has already started.
Here's a guy that qualifies as one of the best defensive midfielders to ever play the game.
Patrick Vieira, the pillar of strength.
Yeah, aggression, hard tackling, they're the foundations of his game, but he can turn defence into attack very quickly and show his terrific athleticism and real power.
Nedved. Vieira. Over to the left. Vieira. And it's Messi. And here's Hullet. Messi. Nedved. It is early, but the game hasn't yet sparked into life. Pass somewhat off target. Zanetti. Hullet. And it's Vieira. Now it's Shevchenko. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. And here's Cruyff. And he shoots! Goal! Brazil! One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Yeah, when you're hit on the counter-attack like that, it's like walking into a sucker punch, and they're dazed.
Brazil have fired themselves in front.
Well, this will present the manager with a few interesting options, Peter. Try sitting on this or push on with the opposition now forced to come out.
Well, he's going to be disappointed with that. Now there's a fine ball. Shoots! He's scored! Again in a trice, and they are soaring! Speed of thought, efficiency of movement, and certainty of outcome.
Yeah, it's mystifying that a player of his talent wasn't picked up sooner, and he picked them off instead.
So that's two now without reply.
Well, their manager seems to have them always thinking about the next goal. When's the next goal coming? They're such an entertaining watch.
Bergomi. Brazil have hit a quick-fire double here and are firmly in the driving seat. 2-0 the score. Lovely, now then. Oh, what a mistake! Referee's given a throw. Nesta is one of those players who's known for reading the game better than anyone. Alexander-Arnold. Bergomi gets over and intercepts. Oh, that's a key interception.
They'll want to make the most of this turnover.
Now it's Hullet. Tries to pass it through. A lot of space ahead of him. And this is Hullet. Nice control. Now that looks a decent... Great chance! He scores! And they are dragging it back! Game on again! Wonderfully smooth, smart and slick.
It was wonderful vision to see the movement ahead. And how about the weight of that pass? Ideal.
This is threatening to become a really good game.
Well, there's a real sense that the momentum has shifted here, Peter, and the crowd are reacting to that now.
Vieira was in no mood for any of that. De Jong is the team's great visionary. And it's Hullet. And that is expertly dealt with. Brazil looking forward to the break after some very good work in the first 45 minutes. Zanetti. Vieira going full tilt down the left. Oh, he's been caught on it here. And the pass is intercepted. And here's Hullet. Hullet.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Nedved. And that has left him in a heap. Quality ball. Zanetti.
Ci sarà un minuto di
Hullet.
recupero.
Looking for the run. Hullet, who does have an assist to his name. There's the whistle for half-time. So we have here a genuinely competitive game with neither team truly in control. A single goal the difference at half-time. Caution certainly not on the agenda here from both sides.
Well, I think the message from the manager at half-time will be pretty simple, Peter. He's going to want them to play at a higher tempo, press more, higher up the pitch, pass quicker and entice the opposition out of position. He knows how crucial the next goal will be.
Very little in it. The score at half-time is 2-1. And we are back on the way. Whatever he had in mind, that was not it. Now it's Gullit. Gullit. This is De Jong. Thuram. Aimed beyond the defence. Now it's Gullit. And it's De Jong. And it's Nedved. It's a threatening ball. Oh, this looks sharp. Ferdinand cuts out the pass. De Jong. De Jong running with the ball. Threads one in. Oh, he's managed to get himself offside. Now, can they get him away? Oh, that's neat. Gullit, defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Gullit. And this is Bale. Roberto Carlos did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. Messi going face-to-face with his great rival. 60 minutes played. It's a sharp little ball here. Nedved picks it up out wide. And the finish! Sticks it away! AC Milan are all square. Another moment of magic, a real wow moment.
And how easy did he make that look? That is supreme.
2 goals on the day, and he may not yet be done.
Sostituzione per il Milan. Numero 8, numero 4, Bale, numero 2, numero 15.
Both sides then taking this chance to turn to their benches.
Il numero 24.
We have ourselves a real game here.
This is exactly the kind of contest you'd expect when you have so much class from both sides. The next goal is going to be so significant.
And this is Ibrahimovic. Oh, well cut out, no margin for error there at all. Roberto Carlos is looking to influence the game from out wide. And it's Ibrahimovic. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Elects to cross. Brazil do have options available on the bench if they want to go that way. Oh, that pass isn't the best. All the way back. A long ball by the goalkeeper. That has been slung wide. Can he get it through? Roberto Carlos. Platini. Roberto Carlos receives it in a wide position.
That was well seen too. Good clearance.
AC Milan could counter here. Rooney. To Thiago. Bergomi. And it's Vieira. And Rooney. And it's Nedved. Oh, played right into his path.
Don't you just love the level of intensity here? Neither is prepared to back down, and to be honest, that's how it should be. Whatever happens, that's the kind of movement which raises hope.
It's a mighty effort! Call at his mercy, and somehow he's missed it.
It's a very watchable game, isn't it? Any goal from here could well be the winner.
Sostituzione per il Milan. Numero 6. Lascia il campo per il numero 23. Iniesta.
Not the best distribution from the keeper. Take back. Roberto Carlos. He's shifting through the gears here. A game with so much to recommend it. Fabulous contest, but still no clear winner.
It's a very open game and an exciting watch. There are no signs of nerves or caginess from either team. This pitch is go-for-it territory right now.
And that is as far as they're going to go. Platini. And this is Ibrahimovic. Climbs up big! Oh, that's incredible! And that may just do it! What a header! Flashed in with the crispest of contacts.
So well played, Peter. Did a great job keeping sight of the ball. Made a classic move and met it perfectly.
Brazil take the lead. Now it's just a question of holding on.
There's still a bit left in it, Peter, but they should find the necessary to avoid a slip-up now.
Looking tidy in possession here. Oh, that's a fine interception. Definitely away.
They're avoiding the blatantly obvious by not getting the ball into the opposition box. That's where it has to be.
Alexander-Arnold. And we're done. Well, that was good. A terrific advertisement for attacking football. Both sides glad to trade blows, to set out always only to win. And it came down to one decisive moment. Thrilling, nail-biting, perhaps frustrating until the very end, but we do have a winner.
Well, this looked like it had a draw written all over it, Peter, so credit where it's due. They found a way to win it, and they can take great satisfaction from never losing that focus.
So many thanks to Jim Beglin. That's all we have time for. Good evening.